Hi everyone, I'm Martin and welcome to another MH Runners Club coaching talk. Today I'm going to be talking about drafting and why it's not just for cyclists. So if you only need to knock off a few minutes from your marathon time to maybe get a good for age place at London or a Boston qualifying time or just a shiny new PB, have you considered drafting? Okay, yes, I am actually being serious here. It's not just for cyclists. So drafting, tucking in behind people where you're moving at pace, helps reduce wind resistance. Okay, there's a reason that Eliud Kipchoge ran behind an arrowhead shape of runners when trying to break 2 hours for the marathon. Quite simply, wind resistance costs energy and speed. Drafting reduces the work you need to do when running at pace, and it's estimated that running behind a formation of other runners, Kipchoge could have saved over 6 minutes from his marathon time. Now, that calculation is based on 100% of the wind being blocked out, which of course probably wouldn't have happened. But more realistic estimates are that it saved him in the region of 4 to 5 minutes in Vienna. Now, that's estimated to be more time saved than he actually saved by using the latest pair of super shoes. Now, the term drafting is mostly used for cyclists because the faster you go, the greater the air resistance working against you, and cyclists go much faster than us runners. However, drafting is not only just for super fast runners. Recently, some published research suggests that 5-hour marathoners save roughly the amount of time that Kipchoge did by drafting other people. So that's up to 6 minutes. That's the difference between 5:01 and 4:55. Now, I won't go into the maths of all of that now, but I will link to an interesting article in the notes if you want the full breakdown and links to the scientific research. But what we really want to look at is how us as amateur runners can benefit. Now, drafting is really all about sticking in a group to block out weather elements such as wind, sharing the workload as well so that one person isn't doing all of the effort unless they are happy to pace you all the way. Okay, you also get companionship for motivation and you get people to chat to. Now, the problem is, to be effective, you really need to be quite close to the person in front of you. So ideally, you could do with some practice with this before a race to make sure that you're safe and also comfortable with the technique and others being around you. So here's how you can do that practice. Number one, you can train in a team, okay? Join a running club or find others as a similar pace and use them in practice. You can use races, but also park runs are really, really good for being able to try this practice each week. Tuck in behind other runners for a period of time or practice sharing the lead. Think about if you can feel a change in effort from going from the front of the pack to tucking in behind somebody else. Number two, use race pacers. Some usually larger marathons or races employ pacers, and they tend to have a group around them so that you can tuck in behind them and benefit from the group dynamic and the wind breaks. Number three, persuade somebody to pace you. This is a bit more hit and miss, okay? But ideally, somebody that's bigger than you to run just in front of you to block out the wind. Number four is position yourself slightly to the side, okay? You can't see the road ahead if you're directly behind somebody. Don't stay too close on their heels if you're not confident to do so. By running just a fraction to their side but behind them, then you can slightly see the road in front of you, and also if there is anything coming, you can move to one side safely, okay? You may also feel that also the wind doesn't come directly in front of you. Sometimes it's a bit of a crosswind as well, so try and just tuck into that side so that you're being sheltered from the wind. Number five is be polite, okay? If you plan on drafting off somebody before the start of the race, talk to them about it, okay? Work out a way to share the load unless they are a stronger runner than you and don't mind pacing you all the way. If drafting happens accidentally in a race, don't be afraid to chat to the other runners about it, okay? The only exception to this is if you're racing at the end, then just move out and go for it, okay? Also, always remember, try to not get too close to clip the heels of the other person in front of you, and also don't invade their personal space, okay? Some people will be fine with it, some people may not, so just have a chat to them whilst you're doing it. So, have you ever drafted behind somebody in a race or a parkrun? How did it work for you? How did you feel, or how do you feel about trying it in the future? Please let us know in the comments below. I'll put that link to the article and the research in the notes. And in the meantime, thank you for watching this today. Enjoy your week of running. Take care, and I will be back next week with another coaching talk. Goodbye.